and who to meet it at any time. Eye pramak enye quality sa. Eye ntadia womotoma womonniama ye quality, but you can't compare pramak atade any harrows atade suffrages atade. Debbie, you can't compare it. Enti no e was who say wurade eye kasabebo na mebu no ade akura me no e honyo. Enti da bia no I need to educate myself. What you say? Enkofo a ye twa mon krata mu ye gye mon krata afiri mun nsam. Say labor abekasa. Prime Minister Mr. Steamer wakasa. Okasa wi ye nenso so no. Yenya ye nua bibini ko jaki. Yenya ye nua alatafo sabi ye pomo mo ya zan. Ewo the whole Africa alata ye one. Alatafo wo mo ya zan mu azan alata. E na ukromi ha wo pe enuoma ye adwuma e omo sankofo ne de omo ye from katomo ni te. Na omu conservative leader enso so ya latani ni ntino wonim sa azan e wo mu kurom ho no sa na obi ate ento ono e na create all this wahala. The labor and leader be kan ya we ye prime minister be kan ye de ba Monday no se no den sesan ye ba obi aye machine obi amoton from Monday wo ko adwuma na ayem hyehyew wo be fi a wo yem hyehyew wo pia bonte a wo yem hyehyew wo kodi dwa wo yem hyehyew obi e pia wotim se kuro no ayedin e kuro na ayedin dia wo be kan ya ama nipa yem machine nyina achi no conservative leader enso so dia ba say it's not enough. Dear Mr. Steamer Ekano prime minister wonu di kuro ne so no Ekano it's not enough. Ne white sheet na wo dia ba bonten no enne lawyer Frank be ma mu deep me pa cho obi ampen krata enye Monday no na me kasa no I talk ahead about 20 years to come. And I would see lawyers bebre aye videos abeto to YouTube, TikTok. Would see a woman or be a channel different, but ena no pay na many lawyer Frank dim komo what di me komu deep step by step. Mommy, sister, eye enani china ya July ya o June, July, May, April, July ya o edidi animu ya o yemma ye ho 3 years to come. 3 years to come. Conservative leader so Kasano was say it may happen June, July. Patroji number. Wa wuni lawyer number. Wuni lawyer no me patcho kope lawyer. Monday no me ka bibi say. Obian kope lawyer. Wuni nkrata woko as a lawyer. Minim say I don't qualify anything. Ba wo the lawyer titentasuo go application so. Eye kasa bebu na me dibu. Ye bibi tum. Ye bibi ekromi ha who application the home office na home office and decide ya ye chewa ye mfa unko fie wo hwe me wo YouTube like it and share wo hwe me wo Facebook like it and share catch obi say ye ne mascot solicitors atana say lawyer wa be lawyer wo ni mu de da bia me kasa me lawyers no emu two eye government lawyers omo ye adwuma ma UK government. So ye cho na woni lawyer omo represent government. Me lawyers me nu ye adwuma ebi. And na one of me lawyer eye undercover. Tina me kasa me timi de me sesi me bono. Or ye undercover. One of them. Ba ye ma wo hu o ma wo ko mo nchi abesuru ba o mo ntesa. One of them eye government undercover. E wo kromi ha. Enti ya kasa lawyers kuku dem a abana I hold them. Enti me kasa minimu de meka. Ya be ready white sheet. Obi ati bi obi e kan bi me pacho. The most important thing I work white sheet na mun say e dey na wo ye. What na kromi had 20 solid years. What na kromi had 10 solid years unin krata wo ye den. E dey na wo ye. Me pacho lawyer Frank enam benie fre sesi a fre womo buku appointment be se me ne lawyer kasa kone ho enye fon so sa abre ya ye dui no nye fon so nkomo Because why? Why watch me gift in a radinshra wate? Nyamenshra pa. Because why? The reason why me say kon say, bia you don't qualify. When you 20 years so kromi ha for long say. Wuni ma. Wuni strong towel bia wo kromi ha. But there is so many ways to regularize your stay in this country. Lawyer kasa, you be pusa ne to lawyer say ejina hey. E kwa ben ye be fa so be nyan krata he. Wo betimi e die dro, wo betimi e die dro. E mre di edru no, say wo qualify, won qualify. Konne koy application to wo. Ba pe lawyer papa. Pe lawyer papa. Lawyer Frank number e 079. Ene meni abere e 079 wo bi adro. Lawyer Frank number e 079. 021 Unisquat and Trotosoma me or TikTok 079 021 99091 Lawyer Frank A 079 021 99091 and the Lawyer Frank na tenase conservative leader Edin Sembia ba skill workers me pamocho me sra mo share video no emma skill workers pa moi money mo partners aba mo jeja wo mo unexpected mo den samo aba skill worker for mo sanyoma ekoso ifa bebre ejina mo so efiri mo ye greedy enye pa nyame na misuro na kameka se mo ye greedy ade bi to aso monye mama abrochire na foforo mo abrochire no afoforo mo ade wo ba no ukura working permit enti wo ba no abrochire na foforo wo no obi na aba wate ase oye okunu oye wo yere unexpected usiminya adwuma nyema koja no usimi kofa mi kuna ba me kofa me yira ba mabobo dam me nto sabi na ono nipa no so de yaw no afrefikesiem ade ne nye papa wonye mi kunu wonye me yiri because wo pese mo mienu nyina emmomo mo gusu a mo fra wo mo amo kasa no mo so to conservative leader say ala tanina this woman no ono ni kuro malata for kura bashia e bashe no alata for bashia wo mo bashe this woman no se wo fra alata enye country for bia so ne ya azan wo o say enkofo bebre a pretending e wo mu age samutie audio na video na ye boy no lawyer ba ye besa bobiom o say a lot of people are adults but you pretend become a kid my mo ho akura matete mo ma age so one kasa wo kura British passport wo 92 eso so 43 what so enti was say just start investigating her skill workers Queenie me that say skill workers mo dia asemo aba mo dia asemo aba nti mo ankasa no mo position yourself very well. And yes, sir, mo time I'm de beji indefinite dura. Mo nyina almost 90% of skill workers mo de mo sabe gumuti because bebre na enyoma mo de gu mo nkrata so baaye no enye papa. Man na makoki kan. Ene mejawo. Me kofa mi kunaba, me kofa me yiraba, me kofa mi kunaba, enti minya adwuma nye, enti mejawo, ekurom ha ye nya ware e wa bra another party no nya we. Mokoye forgery marry a divorce certificate. Na ma beje jankofo because why wunya adwuma nye in so what? Who cares? Wunya adwuma nye, woni nipa na antiase ansa na ofri Ghana eba. Mo den sem bebraba. What a conservative leader Obekasa was some more eni kwanse e mamu indefinite okromi ha. Ekromi ha enye hotel, neither motel, na emom eye home. Mofa lawyer mra anopa ni braba. Enibre has come. Ya kasa dodo. Ya din komo dodo. Ni etete social media. We ya jimisika. We ya kwaji 92,000. We a men kasa mo amujiji sika na kromfo asefo na mo ba abrochire ma mo bebro ma mo bobra. A mujiji nkofo sika. Na mo di ye show off. Mo di ye show off. Mo struggle na mo bra. Na mo di abeto to ye betu sika mam ni yeka ena we yaji 200,000 ena we yaji say ena we ne ka so ko fama ba no, they have the evidence to hold. And no almost say say kura de alatafo Pakistani ye be bande wo from Kromi ha sa wo ka either say be bande wo anase be restricted omo be programme visa special visa de ama Nigerians any Pakistanis. Ghana for ye clean in this country. Mama yen kipu ye dignity. Ghanaians, mama yen kipu ye dignity. Yet it is social media sabin kwasi something in munu any didi mofo so munhu they saw everything. Enran kofo bebre ma bana de omodi aba enye omo na diabo ye lawyer me ba so lawyer kasa enye omo na diabo lawyer kasa wi amemako but lawyer yeah look at me good opposition here enye omo na diaba o eyeyen enye omo na diabo eyeyen na ye diaba because ye na yakasa ye na yaton ye ho me kofa mi kuna ba ena ma abra na ma wari o enti mi kunu wo ho ukunu no no onim samumienu mu betimi aka aboma ba because of na wunisika usika is not enough enunti ena woto fa baabi enti se wato afa baabi a momienu no so make sure aware ye better for worse make sure say ye mienu nyina no ye ho atoye ensa konensa aba mo ye greedy ene share video no eme wonu abi what a conservative leader say we a skill worker you can see a man we indefinitely live to remain e wo kromi ha what that benefit so what better na brochire me nka se meje any benefit once upon a time na me meje benefit ni bi me meje benefit first year e no mo bra meka ewurade adom na me ko Church of England madam for lawyer or Nigeria ni Charles and also you know what come out from this na ye adwuma ena aboa me papa aboa me o because what you benefiter and you maybe why you can't do it what you benefit on time to dan untime only properties e wo kromi ha lawyer mechiao me gidi say rade adom ho ye lawyer o top ye fe we wudi from America ne ba ya na ene de me ye no comment you because ene de me ni abre odi no comment but say last week na say last week na me bu be fu pa enti lawyer me jama wa no achi adofo ho ayefe I enjoy summer yeah ho ayefe pass na ye what you say say me gidi say rade adom ho ye chi adofo eni etiefo ye ne lawyer ye Frank na atena so lawyer executive director edema ye mascot solicitors eni no mo betwetwe nkomo no lawyer de wa ben wo mmerem pa wa dere wo mmerem enti obi abeka me ho bia me patcho she video ne frɛ wo bi ne ka kire obi say ye lawyer atena se enti obi a embra lawyer me patcho me ma wache me ma wajo me ma wakoba e de babu na asking penalty TV so na wo ho same
so fami me da say nyame adom me ho ye pa etiefo me mama jo me mama che me mama ha ese ene de mo so matena se na ma famagua na mo etie ye makoalo ya Frank for mascot solicitors na mascot de se de ma mo nim no ye bibia for migration nationality asylum family law wills and probate litigation and it is a utie na o ha was area ha na opese winya can say advice on all these areas here. You can contact mascot solicitors. Say so mami the me details are to ya and ye program no with my friend but we are and say meet me ne amount for mobukuno akasa it will have be a manning how say some no yatete but you can say nyamene hine yebehu kwan a yebefa so yebetena krom ha enti tena say share the program love it like it now this will go a long way to help everybody who matters who this program matters to him or her ebia na wo no emfa wo ho, but it may be relevant to your brother, your sister, your aunt, your uncle. Share the program, love it, like it, and if you're on TikTok, give a gift to our dear First Lady as well. This empower her to work more, empower her to promote the program, and of course, to bring some of us all the time to your doorstep. I thank you all for taking your chair, and I hand it over to our First Lady to take over. So, Mami, and then continue. So, yente wonkom.
Lawyer ase lawyer nyame enhiraw ye da ase bebre etiefo lawyer Frank Niama na ye ne no eba betwetwe enkomo no a wo mascot solicitors or say kan wakoma to yem lawyer Frank o kan wakoma to yem yi obi frɛ me se ne yere edi nsem hunu na nipa no ye wo client also na age ne nkrata ma no wo na wo je ne made ene ne yere de ma no wo lawyer na wo sign eje eboa no e ma ne property kura wo toye enti wo de wo ye ne lawyer wa so mu se twan na ne yiri edi semhunu bi ama ne yiri na sesa nkura na dwane afirifie na emesa asemi maka ne kakra wo behu nipa kro wo simre bi ne yiri ne kura ebro no na da bia awurade adom sister bena metiewo ene menya me nkrata ene matomi fie. I think it's Birmingham as Manchester if I remember. Na ma bena me yire me free adwuma ba me yira sesa nkora 5 e de adwane afifie. Na me hia lawyer, my friend lawyer mfa. I think say last week or so. Na ma bena me hia one of lawyer bi ene obo lawyer ni din. Na me say na say lawyer Frank ne ye wo lawyer ne wo se ne wo praise lawyer Frankie. Wo se ma bena lawyer Frank won adwuma we pa se de me yire ni di mi famu no se mama me ni amra me kolo we adwuma me de ma lawyer Franka obefa bible no abiem no aka chose woni bibi nya abotre nya me beye bible chira wade jaye enti asem we pa de me pese me de ma lawyer Frank me de ma lawyer Franka o de bible betu me fo ena me se sa o se ane lawyer bi na wo kan wa hey what you say awre chichire fri nipa ho lawyer Frank say dia ba no ehu enso so no wa kire so ye sofo kan wakoma to wo yem kan wakoma efa to wo yem enu nti na wo so wo ha ewurade wo bokwan to ba bi ekwan nie na wo mani da so eba enti waka ye ho a share video no lawyer Frank say TikTok mo nche me gift nyasa ye nka asem no nyasa wa TikTok bia wo frɛ me efiri na komemfa jo lawyer yembra enkomo ne sme pa mo chew lawyer Frank number na mede mamo no mesre mo eye mascot uko TikTok a eye mascot solicitors ubetimi follow no wo ho eye mascot solicitors this week every this week ikoya no many lawyers no mo behu wo mo lawyers na no mo ye adwuma ni nyina no mo behu bi no me no mo be ye 101 e wo TikTok mo behu wo mo bi randomly ba me mama specifically date mesre mo ne number e 079 lawyer Frank Montro 079 021 99091 07902199091 ye programming nyina betimi afre anase ye wi a wo betimi afre lawyer enkomo bebre na from Monday aba e wo Great Britain United Kingdom enipa bebre eye wa hyewo mo me pacho wo hwe me YouTube like it na frɛ wo bi enkofo bebre ye mo ahyewo mo sese wo bi a wo kura indefinite leave to remain woni musa wo qualify for British passport and now unqualified ne ye mahye no because enche kura na prime minister Mr. Steamer edeba ye say ansa na wo be qualify for British passport and now Secretary of State edeba ye say ansa na wo be qualify for British passport no I just say we show good character no e no mo kekan ya be say uni entry e wo kromi ha entry ni meaning say wo be kromi ha wo mo amfa airport ne ba ye straight away omuni entry ana wo fa airport ne ba ye na bia wo ba ye no wo di abena scheme pay ene fa airport be wura mu na mom wo ba be wura mu abena scheme pay no wo ye nkrata no wasesa no aye no akuye champoma uni entry because akuye champoma no wo fa he ne ba ye ofri wiem of our form of our he ne ba ye and they back it to 2018 and omo de ba ye Emma ye will say kofu o muti ya keka. Wo mo person mo stop ye not to get the British passport. Emua ena conservative leader. Eyen sister. Yen de nyina. Ekua santoa. Edua media ma no because na ne de ye. Ana ye friend ya santoa. Ya santoa Nigeria ni conservative leader. Enso so be kan say. Enkofu abizu British passports. And you're so easy to get British passport, especially skilled workers. Skilled worker 5 years. After 5 years, what do you indefinite? Immediate effect. What do you indefinite? Flying year. Well, next year, into your British, 1 year skilled worker, 7 years to live in this country. No, you are entitled for British passport. And yeah, Santua conservative leader say, and you're wrong, and I support her. You're wrong because Obiatine Kuromi had 20 years. You see a man a British passport. I just was another 10 solid years, meaning 30 years. And so I'm a British passport. But so Obiba Kuromi as a skilled worker 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. Near my British passport to there. And you're wrong or Monsesan Yumim. And as I say no, or dear free Abba say, one maha lawfully. Ye ma British passport. Enna Monday yete ha. Yen can be shemu. Enna Mr. Steamer edi aba say. Or the white sheet be aba measures. Bia near future they will implement it. Or see near future they will implement it. Lawyer ansana meja ama wono minimum se watie. Eye prime minister nensem obekan ye. Any dear ya santoa conservative leader so be kan ye. Me pacho be body amount na wakasa ewo ho. Yenko conservative leader no ya santoa eso. Me na me pese me hwe nanim kura. Akwasi bo video no.
British citizenship. 2 million people. From next year, 2 million immigrants could automatically claim British citizenship. 2 million people. That's nearly twice the population of Birmingham. That's massive. We've introduced a deportation bill because we're committed to bringing immigration down. Back in February, we demanded Labour triple the time for new immigrants to get a British passport. They voted it down. And now they've brought in some half-assed version that's not going to work. Here's what will work. Deport all foreign criminals. Mandatory age checks. No more pretending to be kids. Tougher visa rules and salary thresholds. Disapply the Human Rights Act to immigration cases. No more abusing human rights laws to dodge deportations. Make asylum support repayable. And no permanent right to stay in the UK if you've relied on benefits. Until that's law, we won't fix this. Labour should adopt it now. It's time to get tough. That's what the Conservatives' deportation bill delivers. And we're going to go further. Our country is a home, not a hotel. And if we don't defend it, no one else will. From next year, 2 million immigrants could automatically claim British citizenship. 2 million people. That's nearly twice the population of Birmingham. That's massive. We've introduced a deportation bill because we're committed to bringing immigration down. Back in February, we demanded Labour triple the time for new immigrants to get a British passport. They voted it down. And now they've brought in some half-assed version that's not going to work. Here's what will work. Deport all foreign criminals. Mandatory age checks. No more pretending to be kids. Tougher visa rules and salary thresholds. Disapply the Human Rights Act to immigration cases. No more abusing human rights laws to dodge deportations. Make asylum support repayable. And no permanent right to stay in the UK if you've relied on benefits. Until that's law, we won't fix this. Labour should adopt it now. It's time to get tough. That's what the Conservatives' deportation bill delivers. And we're going to go further. Our country is a home, not a hotel. And if we don't defend it, no one else will.
So we have more control. Skill requirements, sets out every area of the immigration system, work, family and study, will be tightened up so we have more control. Skill requirements raised to degree level. English language requirements across all routes, including for dependents. The time it takes to acquire settled status extended from 5 years to 10. And enforcement tougher than ever, because fair rules must be followed. Now, make no mistake, this plan means migration will fall.
Obi a waka me ho bi a hye. Yo, lawyer, meja dwumadi ne na me de ahye wonsa. Baby a wo de be fa bi a me patcho ye pemu nkyere mo because enipa bebre ye ma hye wo mo. De maami kura ka se wo benefit so kura na eni kwa se ye ma wo settlement wo kuromi ha wo ntimi nje British passport e wo kuromi ha benefit so. And was say mandately no e was say checking age enfie. You're checking for age because some people pretend to be like a kid. Or master some age, And was say and for use human right to dodge deportation. Human rights no coming to brackets say asylum to dodge deportation. And to lawyer me patcho me person woni endin komo. And no can threshold of salary skill workers no. Woni endin komo eco deep. Ye pese hu se sa nneem omo keken no ye nim se enye mra omo fa me ye mra ye white sheet and a prime minister de aba and na obi a ka bie echire mu white sheet no so omo de ba afei no omo ba be hwe so omo be implement and na omo implement and how many years and as adie wo betimi implement and na English tests are going to be tougher than tougher. And ye pese ye hu say no ye pese ye hu say how many years and I was here train for chire ye mu de wa bekeke ni nyina no fa ye do su ko lawyer Frank meja adwuma ne de ahye wonsa obi anka na komanto ne yam na obi a enfre lawyer who need lawyer number per lawyer number to ho because so obechechew also obechew enforcement be ye tough yo lawyer me patcho meja idea ma
me da assist of money. I tell for me that my CBM said them can my former grad na matnas na mutie. Na me taking me time na ya go through Prime Minister name some of the two Monday no. Na em say of my me busa question be very important because em so say otitia you be a can na sem for white paper no. Nti me church meaning of white paper now I say answer na ya government policy na were introduced to by way of bringing the white paper. Now your current white paper is usually released when government is in power. So when the government is in power, time labor or war to me or what I can say a banishing is also on share or my son. And that what they or to me so they sa policy no. But it's already a conservative air can need power. Enti no de omo kan no ye se omo nya tumi eba de omo de beba ebeto oman no so na ye kan say ye nua ba kemi e ka ho asem no. So usually and I would say that white papers are usually released where a government is in power as part of its current policy agenda. Enti the policy agenda the person ye and what the tuja. Now, implementation, or whether or not the proposal in the white paper can be implemented, it depends on a number of issues. And so the white paper not to a form and I saw the policy not be ready policy now per se or the ban on the abato or mining. But implementation is different from say or the abato or mining. So the implementation will depend on political will and priorities. Aban biara wɔ nneɛma bebree a ɔpɛ sɛ ɔyɛ. Nti Labour issue a white paper on immigration a bit more issue white people on other areas of the economy, other areas of the social system. Or if we say he has to implement it, and if he implement it, it will help the country. So at the moment, we are talking about immigration. So the government will or political will or priorities will depend. Aban betumi the white people aba, and so ebi a na oni sika to implement that, anaasɛ ebi a na agenda no asesa. But yɛhwɛ immigration deɛ sɛdeɛ abɛyɛ adeɛ a obiara ka ho asɛm, reform ka ho asɛm, conservative nti I believe say this Labour government, the priority, one of the priorities is for it to implement this white paper. So it depends on the, yes, it depends on political will and priorities, legislative support, AB or parliament, you know, the number of votes we here, so it me I implement it. And of course, timing remaining in the government. They say Labour I mean June, July, no 4 years. Nti ebi a yɛka say na time a ɛbɛba no na free labour free so a ɔntumi saa white paper ɛnyɛ adwuma nti assume sɛ labour government wɔn antumi a implement all the policies na immigration na wɔn ka ho wɔn release on white paper no so wɔn antumi implement within the 4 years a ɛnyɛ adeɛ a ɛbɛyɛ adwuma because it's a new government ba obetumi abandon the policy or the new government can revise or replace it just like the American. So assume it's a conservative for nebeba after the next 4 years or 5 years. Ebetumi aka sɛ ɔmo mfa labor white papers on the immigration. Ebetumi aka sɛ ɔmo mfa nyɛ adwuma. So the government most often will try to implement whatever that is on the white paper within the time of all government. Until labor as some of the two Monday is something that will be implemented during the time of labor in government. Unless say the government doesn't have the political will or the priorities are changing, and also when it may legislative support, and also it be a public or stakeholders feedback. The public can say white people here aban ka ho asɛm ɛnyɛ ade a ɛsɔ ani ɛde wɔ ha bɛbrɛ ɔman no. So if the feedback is not good, it's not encouraging, then the government may abandon it. Nti ɛka white paper nsɛm kakra as of mame bɛka afa ho no. So yɛba yɛdie a ɛno akyi yɛde ato dwa yi for immigration na sɛdeɛ mede ka yi nso obiara ka immigration ho asɛm. And I believe this white paper is going to be a priority for the government to implement everything in total. So that possibly the government will gain the will of the people because Obia can or mine Obia can immigration once and became immigration once. And as a matter of fact, Home Secretary Emeki comment to be now. I will read it out as it was written so that the TF4 ebehu sɛ adeɛ a yɛka ho asɛm yɛ adeɛ a ɛnyɛ 20 years yasɛm but ɛyɛ adeɛ a ɛyɛ big close. He said that later this summer we will set out further reforms to the asylum system and to border security in response to irregular and illegal migration, including plans for new legislation building on the new measures already set out in the border security, asylum and immigration bill that is currently passing through parliament. So idea yɛ kan yɛ adeɛ a ɛnɛ ne kyerɛ asɛm te bi a sɛdeɛ wɔka sɛ later this summer no wɔn bɛ building more policies in support of course to deal with asylum illegal and irregular migration system. So na ɛm sɛ aban ne kasa no ɔde nneɛma bi ato dwa nti saa nneɛma no na mepɛ sɛ you go through and most often and I say more importantly the reform or the proposal on the white paper I will consider it on a work study and of course enforcement and compliance nti mɛkasa fa work reforms no ho mewie a na makasa kakra fa student and some of kafa ho immigration na afei makɔ enforcement and compliance. Now, aban no can say about work side there, or say you will lift the level of the skilled workers back to RQF6 and above. So RQF6 is equivalent to a bachelor degree. Nti say any form of skilled workers visa biara na bi a aban no say ɛwɔ hɔ nom anaasɛ ɔmbɛ introduce no ɛwɔ mpɛ sɛ ɛyɛ equivalent to bachelor degree. Nti sɛ ebi apɛ sɛ ɔyɛ bɛyɛ construction na bi a wonni bachelor degree equivalent anaa skill equivalent a anaa care a ebi a wontumi ɛnyɛ ɛkan sɛ enjoy that part of skilled workers visa. So it's the intention of the government says a white policy omujituma and will be a person of that as a skill worker biano, you need to have at least your qualification must be equivalent to RK F6. Then American says equivalent to bachelor degree and above. And then also government can also be increasing the immigration skills charge. Since 2017, Aban introduced immigration skills charge, almost increase, but it's saying also be increased by 32%. And the company almost sponsor skilled workers, Biano, yearly bill almost year. I think currently it's around 362 or something pounds a year, but for the first 12 months, but it's going to increase by 32%. And this one will be a challenge to most companies. So, maintaining skilled workers and also team. And yeah, social care visas, they are going to close down social care visas. Until unfortunately, they will not able to new application from abroad. You can't. So social care visas to new application from abroad will be closed. However, those who already here on a permanent visa extension and in-country switch, because until I say maybe open source switch to different route and I say or care visa be now per se o company no enye adwuma and I say per company now per switch it to another company there you be allowed. But for bringing people from overseas, they are going to close it. But even with the 1 year that permanent visa extension in country switching, you see, they will be allowed. The government has also said that they will keep it under review. They'll keep it under review. And then also they want to establish the labor market evidence, which is very good to the government to draw data available to them to make informed decision. And government so launch new requirement for work force strategies. Consider high levels of recruitment from abroad. Nti aban and say ansa na wobɛtumi abɛyɛ adwuma wɔ kurom ha nom anaasɛ wokuta skill visa no yɛde skill visa bɛma na yɛ sɛ ɛyɛ adeɛ a ɛho hia aban na ɛyɛ high level ɛkyɛ sɛ ɛyɛ adeɛ a ɛho hia ɛnyɛ sɛ ɛne form of skill visa biara no ɛna aban no ɛde yɛbɛma wo kwan sɛ ba no bɛyɛ adwuma. You need to have a specific skill force a wɔn feel sɛ ɛbɛ benefit the nation, and they are going to establish a new temporary shortage list. Nti current deɛ ɔmo wɔ no sese ne ɛwɔ hɔ na ne yɛde careful abɛtɔ so ne adeade nyinaa no will fade out. They are going to establish a new temporary shortage list. We are all waiting to see when this will be implemented. But this is what the government was in summary. Na government ne kasa afa work reform so ho. Nti yɛne yɛwɔ ha on the school workers visa route no normal way yɛ adeɛ a ɛho hia ɛma yɛ sɛ wɔsi yɛte aseɛ. And there will be introduction for reforms to allow limited pool of UNHCR recognized refugees and displaced people to apply for employment. Through our existing worker route, where they have the skill. At the moment, say who remove refugee status and I say what remove asylum, would me apply for skill visa, with me the aye juma. But it's some person more limiting kakra for specific skill visas and I say a juma mo free say a hunhiamu and the ebema can say ombema a chance of it me aye a juma ewo konomo. And the aim is to ensure that they have very highly skilled people to come to UK and and assert a targeted route for the brightest and best global talent. And so their aim is that they are looking for the best for the nation. And see, if work reform and some way be and albino a casafa work reform into social care visas no you be close to down, but in-country switch and extension will be allowed. Of course, there will be an increase in the skill charge, and of course, there's going to be introduction of a temporary shortage of occupation list. Nti normal kakra meka safa skill work reforms no ho. So of my will be wɔ ho abetumi abusa, and this I will continue on the study reforms, and then we'll go to of course other areas like compliance and a normal kasafa English language ho, life in UK text ho, settlement route no, and yɛbɛka safa no nyinaa. Nti sɛ ɔwɔ question bi wɔ aha major ama wansa na mato aso. So bye. Mentor so. Okay. Nti yɛkɔ a school for nso a ɛm sɛ say no person was strengthen the requirement that all sponsoring institutions must meet in order to recruit international students. Nti say no yɛnim sɛ international students yɛ fire ne a institution ɛwɔ sɛ ɔmo meet requirement bi, but aban ne pɛ sɛ ɔma mu yɛ den kakra. Nti you have to ensure one of the things that the government was talking about is I would say institution must maintain a course enrollment rate of at least 95 years or 95% and a course completion rate of 90%. There was schools to be a honoma any panel school in my class or mobile school no. Nti wanya visa na bebrem owurem a onko ye course no obi nso wɔ hɔnom a ɔbɛstart course no ɔnwie. Baaban ne sɛ ansa na yɛbɛma school bi tumi sɛ ɔde foreigner ɛbɛba ha sɛ sɛ ɔmmɛkɔ school no, na saa school no is maintaining enrollment of at least 90%, 95%. Nti obi a wafa no anaasɛ ɔde n'aba ha biara no, yɛka enrollment ne nyinaa bɔ mu at least also it maintaining 95%. And of course, nipa a wɔn aba sɛ wɔkɔ school no, at least 90% also wɔtumi a complete course no. Nti sɛ wopɛ school a please check and see sɛ saa school wei meet requirement. Nti it's difficult because a lot of institutions it's difficult for them to maintain 95% enrollment and anaasɛ 90% completion of the course. Nti ɛbɛma institutions bebree bi wɔ hɔnom a wɔn bɛtumi yɛka sɛ wɔn ntumi meet target no. The idea baako a mɛka because for the purpose of our discussion say yɛn no nipa no bebree no yɛkuta institutional sponsorship. Nti yɛ deɛ na ɛho hia yɛ no yɛ sɛ yɛakɔ school na awie graduate visas no ɛho na hia yɛ. Na yɛnim sɛ currently no wokuta graduate wowie school wɔkɔ school wɔ ha na wowie a yɛbɛma wo 2 years. Now aban no bɛ reduce to 1.5 years. Nti 18 months instead of 24 months no they are going to reduce it to 18 months. Nti sɛ woba na sɛ within that time no wopɛ sɛ woyɛ obi bi a na wanyɛ ne ntɛm a ɛde ɔhaw ɛbɛba. They also want to strengthen banking system to link and build on existing bank measures to ensure that sɛ obi a ɔyɛ adwuma ɛwɔ ha sɛ nso obetua the tax and access will ntua ne tax a the relevant problem anaasɛ ɔhaw a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛde brɛ nipa no yɛde bɛbrɛ no. Nti sɛ wode wo sika ɛto bank ne adeade ebi a woyɛ adwuma wontua wo tax. They want to ensure say they build a strong advance in technology between working across government institutions so that if obi ɛyɛ adwuma no wontua tax na yɛka say what sika nso bebree ba n'account mu a the government can see it and can easily take action against those people. Now, your kasafa foreign national extensively say foreign national offenders normally in code. That's how we call yenya frikrom hanma ebia asemintini yakodi bone and I say yako epra wobi and I say yako afa du bone ahye ho ni ache nti there's going to be more eyes on foreign national offenders nti awofo amutie ye na ye man ye ninkrata yɛwɔ street so no yɛma yɛ asɔnte ɛsɛsɛsei no ɛnɔɔma bɛyɛ tight bɛyɛ difficult sɛ yɛkyew a yɛbɛyi wo afiri kurom ha no mu before because the aim is they really want to get the all foreign national offenders quickly before they get the opportunity to build up roots in the UK. Nti ɛma wo nkyɛ wodi bɔne na sɛ ɛfiri sɛ bɔne no ɛmmoa yɛ adeɛ a wo behavior no ɛmmoa ɔman no anaa community no a yɛbɛyi wo afiri ha sei. Nti yɛ mma no yɛadɔfoɔ yɛn nuanom yɛwɔ faase mu a wɔwɔ streets no ɛwɔ sɛ yɛbɔ ne dawuro na wɔte aseɛ sɛ sɛsei aban no ani abere on the foreign national offenders ho. Nti wodi bɔne a yɛfa nkyɛ. Na as a matter of fact, these days, removal on for a foreign national offenders are very high. I mean, last week in Kwano, I heard about three of them that I was dealing with. Into the idea, Abano is not playing game at all. Pacho Uti, and I shared the video. Men found Kotua Harm because they won't Kotua Harm. You be you free, has say, and Chakurana, vision, and I say, yeah, aspiration be an episode of Belgium or UK, no, not went to me and could drew Honomo. And the government also spoke about increased language requirement for all skilled workers and their dependents. Now we know say ukuta skilled worker visa, ebi care visa, wo nipa na woyɛ main applicant and also prove English language. We dependent no on prove English language. But say no, all adult dependents of workers or students at the level you have to have at least level A1, so basic user level A1. But also progress say etna chroman ma ubeko A2. From A2 no na sesi enim se ukuta opeso je settlement and I say indefinite leave to remain B1 by some person increase ko B2 nti upese wo hanom na unyenye wo settlement na enu time aban no fa policy we nya adwuma no. So policy when ya etimi enya backing a free parliament na ebeye emra all everybody of us when ya settlement ewokroma na indefinite ewokroma say no most majority of immigration visa routes no to indefinite route to remain will have to at least have B2 until what has say any your community no yeah, na yɛmpɛ sɛ yɛbɛsua aborɔfo no anaa yɛbɛkasa aborɔfo no wanhwɛ yɛbɛduru baabi no wokɔgye obi a na watena ha 10 years aduru time a wɔ sɛ wogye wɔ indefinite ba aborɔfo nti no wontumi angye wɔ indefinite nti saa mmerɛ no nyinaa na wɔ sɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛbɔ ho dawuro na yɛtu mmirika sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a yɛbɛtumi anya yɛ indefinite mmerɛ no duru a yɛbɛtumi anya indefinite. They also spoke about sɛdeɛ mekaeɛ no enforcement. But before now, may count enforcement. So, let me put this one across. There's also one or two good news in it, in the sense we know say kunu waha and now yere waha. Maybe I would 2.5. Now we wu and now kunu utimi apply for indefinite straight away. And to bereaved route of visa for spouse are there or partners are there in UK. However, there is no bereaved route for parents. And the ABR wa hana wo share woba. Oba a British citizen, oba wo indefinite leave to remain. Na wo wo a untimi nje nkrata biem. Untimi nje wo indefinite because nipa na wo dependent na wo gina no so agye nkrata no ni ho. The good news is that the government is now going to introduce a new bereaved parent route. And touch wood nyame fa sama wo hwɛ eba na oba no we nyame dia obetimi apply for indefinite leave to remain straight away at the same time like a partner route, which for me is a good news because I had a scenario a client or her ne ba ewu you know and untimi say no the 2.5 no untimi extend no untimi kwaje indefinite. I would say a fight on the human rights grounds, a whole lot of situation, and some maybe a sandy panel 2.5 crore benya. But say inka nukru ne wu ya na ne yere ne wu ya obetimi age indefinite straight away. Be an agbo friend 1 year or 2 months or 3 months why the crata and also a war no were free mobile British. Mamino and a papa no ntiminya and crata. But the government is going to introduce a bereaved parent route who British child and a settled child, or a child who has indefinite leave to remain. Now, in anything tragically happen, now lose you can immediately apply for settlement. There's going to be a refresh of life in UK test as well, to obviously to help the young adult or be on my I want in UK. I have say what all his life, but now unim se was a year or apply for naturalization. Then we di 18 years and over. Sika ya na yɛka so mu ntua no ɛso saa adeɛ no nyinaa no ɔmo ɛbɛhwɛ sɛ yɛbɛtumi ayi afiri hɔ nom na bi a ɛka no so ate anaasɛ there will be a way a saa nkwa no nyinaa no ɔmbɛtumi integrate to the community. Now baabi a mfa sɛ ɛbɔ yɛn nyinaa yɛhu kakra ɛyɛ enforcement, compliance and deportation. So enforcement and compliance deportation is they are going to tighten the rules at a border and within migration system to battle into. So both at the border and within. Nti ebi a ne efie ba anaa yɛtu kwan ba. Sɛ yɛn krataa na ekuta yɛ no ɛnyɛ na eduro yi bu sɛ one or two things ne yɛn ho a yɛka ne sɛ asɛm betumi ato yɛ. Nti sɛ yɛwɔ nkrataa because the adeɛ ne sɛ nti na yɛka yɛ kurom kasa yi. Adeɛ ne baeɛ na sometimes yɛnkɔ in details yie. Bi koraa na yɛte baako bi a yɛsɛ o settlement yɛ increase ne to 10 years. Ɛno ara na ɛda yɛ tirim a yɛde kɔ. But deɛ meka yi, wohwɛ a there are a lot of details bi a ɛfa yɛn ho paa yɛho ne nyinaa. And one of the things that me no mepɛ sɛ yɛabusuafoɔ yi te yie paa ɛyɛ the tighten rules at the border and within. So not only within our immigration system, wɔ ha se a ebi enforcement obi betumi abɔ fie anaasɛ but ebi a wo deɛ woanya wo nkrataa ɛna wɔtu kwan ɛna wɔreba. Ebi a na wo nkrataa no kwan koro afa so nyaa wonim. Nti sɛ wɔ sɛ wohu wo nkrataa no kwan afa so nyaayɛ wote aseɛ yie, date ne nneɛma bi a ɛwɔ mu biara no sɛ ɔde ɛsɔfo ma megya ama na ɔbɛtumi akeka mu yie. Wɔ sɛ wohu because wotu kwan na wɔba na eduru sɛ yɛbusa 1+1 na ɔkaka sɛ 10 a wanhwɛ yɛ na asɛm ato. Na yɛn nso a yɛte mu dada no nso no sɛ yɛni nkrataa a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛstarte sɛ yɛbɛpɛ yɛn nkrataa because enforcement is going to be brutal for all of us. Say somewhere last year, I spoke about the fact that about thousands of the staff were nanka omo delay with Rwanda issue no. Saa nkurɔfoɔ no nyinaa no yɛde wɔn aba yɛka say enforcement. Now the government is going to use them and they are going to have stronger powers and proper enforcement in place to track everybody, to arrest obi break law where people do break the laws. And so obi on more ninkrata no chika, obi on mana or trap you kama no chika, obi on insurance no chika. Saa for ni nyinaa no idea the government is going to keep an eye on them. To me, abusuafoɔ mesrɛ mo wontie ne yie na obi hɔ nom a na before ne yɛdidi agorɔ a na yɛmfa nni agorɔ. Nti sɛ wonni nkrataa na anaasɛ wonni insurance na wote kaa mu na wosan obi a ɔnni nkrataa ɔsan nni insurance wɔ kaa ho, ɔsan nni yɛka sɛ license, wasan atwa apeo bi agu so na ɔte si anim ɔyɛ ɔga. Ɔho sɛ saa no woa na wode wo ho akɔto adwan mu sɛ wote anyɛ yie na wo ne ɛka sɛ kotikɔhyia a na ɛde wɔ haw ɛbɛtumi abrɔ. Nti yɛnhwɛ baabi yɛbɛgyina sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a yɛnim sɛ yɛni nkrataa. Wowɔ nkrataa koraa no a bɔ ho ban because ebia wo 2.5 na onyanya wo British book anaa wɔ indefinite onyanya wo British book na wɔ indefinite wowɔ 2.5 anaa wonni nkrataa. Saa ɛnɔma a yɛka nyinaa ɛfa yɛ nyinaa yɛ ho bi. And that is why if we know summertime coming last year, the government enrolled this e-visa. It's all to ensure that everything is digitized. They can easily identify every foreign national. Maybe it's easy for them to, identify you and track you. They are going to introduce tighter controls, restrictions, and scrutiny. Those who obviously attempt to abuse the immigration system. And see, this is what the white paper the government brought out, and this is what the government intends to do. As I said, if the government prioritizes this, then he must implement it within the time he is in government. Now, Labour has only for a couple of months left until we are sure say because immigration now be a immigration reform ka conservative ka be a ka ho nti no aban no bema n'ani akɔ so implement all these policy. So mame na o mame kwan kasa ya ensɛm kakra ma kyerɛkyerɛ mu afa white paper ho no ɛno no o question bi a obetumi obisa meda ase.
Lawyer say yeda lawyer si bebre lawyer nyame enhira lawyer me patcho na me feel say wo be kan ba be si 10-year route no eso say osese no obi a wo be ma wo indefinite leave to remain bia no e wo se wutwa 10 years enya emfa mai e wo white sheet no ne nsama wo kekan ye ne so say indefinite leave to remain no e beba 10 years say nyame adom no be implement ya ye pese ye wo say indefinite na wo de beba 10 years no obi a wo gina ne ba so agye nkrata no already no over 10-year route this so dada obia watna ha 20 years wojina 20-year route no so no e de age enkrata no already no over 10 years dada enti no say when they brought that new constitution no de bana ebeye only the skilled workers and now say a student ne nko and the beba 10 years no and I say yenya yeti krom ha yegina ye baso agye nkrata yegina ye kunu so agye nkrata e bia wo 5 years in marriage wo 10-year route with the parent route na and I say what na ha 20 years and I wo di agye nkrata wo 10 years no almost another 10 years beka wo ba na wo gina wo baso agye nkrata na yama wo 10 years no almost another 10 years beka wo na 20 years. And I say, what na hanya 20 years na. Yama with 2.5 years, 2.5 years, I will 10 years no. Yes, I another 10 years become one son when you're indefinite na. And I say, a year more or more worry I am more 5 years. And a 5 years, ready another 5 years become home. And I say a skilled worker sir. Ya more 5 years no. And ye did another 5 years become one na. And one no mentia say to me pacho. Wa ma ho obetimi akire ye ho ni mu kakra e de amame.
Medasi. Obviously, no, we are still waiting to know more details. But Abane Kasano said they work on Enokre. Omo ayo 2.5 and I say private life for 2.5 no. I also work 10 years and so now when you're indefinite. After the indefinite, and then you can now apply for your naturalization. At that time, I know when you're 10 years or harder. And see, most of us here, you work 2.5, 2.5 under the parent route or under partner route, years one, and that's a private life rules, no, yeah, that's what 10 years anymore, in your program. But would see in some now all can now more to do with school visas, student visas, no, and yeah, extended to 10 years. But the skill visa Quran, there was a caveat to say obi a show say nipa no the whole abamfaso ama aban na and our minor say nipa no be shorting no ama no until obi on ma e bia or a GP or a doctor and also a professional bi a wabua community no omunya no so mfaso say nipa no mama ne nko 10 years on be shorting until say nipa na bia 5 years and 6 years no obetimi enya naturalization. Spouse visa, and our year British, it's likely they will still maintain that I said 5 years after 5 years, obit me or naturalization and habitat naturalized as a British citizen. But of course, we are waiting to get more details as time go by into ABR before the end of summer. All the details are about the person or implementing in relations to the white paper. That's it.
Me will few questions me pese me busa a lawyer. Me a few question me person me busa lawyer me bie phone lines the atum ti lawyer me bie phone lines the atum no ubeti me answer the amaye English test na work can say ni English test no life in the UK test no e ba be ye tough our mobile be changing nneoma life in the UK test no emu work can skill worker for the omode ba work can dependent for the and then the lawyer be chire yemu because man dey ne nkofo worry say dependent no nkura ka ho anase only adult lawyer chire mu say adult for enko anti say wo kofa wo kuna ba say wo kofa wo yere edina ba as a skill worker no anasa as a student no ye researcher na wo kofa wo yere ba because student tuntimi for dependent ma only researchers ene betimi de omo dependent ba ento ye researcher na kofa dependent ba wo dependent na betro English menye eno na meka saba ahase life in the UK test na ba ye tougher than tougher lawyer will be one tebrofo on or tebrofo or timi expressing yourself by on timintro. Oh, thank you very much for your gift. Obi owa on timintro brofo no and I yemfa dependent for you cry no enka hom. Obi owa on timintro brofo no. Obi owa so wo dementia. Enti obi owo dementia no obeda je ne British passport. And I will be a ultimate trouble brofo net so no obeda je ne British passport lawyer me be for lines atum na mama kwan na wakasa akire mu ene obi a want to me en trouble brofo ed kwan be no be fa so be ye wutie me anasa fe na de afidie na to ase aye ne mascot solicitors and atena say lawyer Frank one of the executive director edema mascot solicitors entime pacho obi biara waka me hu bia no mesrew wo betimi afre lawyer ne number enie ne number lawyer Frank number ne number 079 and now bet me afre office CC on book appointment amount ne personal number 079 021 99091 lawyer Frank number no 0790219991 lawyer Frank number o shemo TikTok wo die momia princess medawase mede ebe sendo or say it's going to be difficult for some of us this book me patcho any difficult obetimi afa lawyer wate eno nti ne de lawyer atena se ena no pe obi anfa lawyer Frank mesrew obi biara enfre no me bia phone lines na to numbers am de dwumede ne 0044 7502422799 0044 7502422799 wo hwe me e wo TikTok wo pese wo ne lawyer ekasa wo busa any questions numbers no egugu screen so obetumi afre. Hello, Medoff me pacho. Good morning, yenko. Lawyer team.
So me
okay, me pacho jinaso lawyer.
Me pacho bet me the office number ne so atuja.
Pacho kasa. Me pacho jina phone so.
So me
Mama hold me nyina so lawyer kasa bia.
If I wait me the office number na tuja. So I got the office number there na tuja. So 02080752860. So 02080752860. Yeah, until one can.
Okay, lawyer office number enso so nie me pacho wo friend na say why very busy a mesrew ne number ne 0208 office number 0208 075 2860 mascot 0208 075 2860 mascot solicitors 0208 0752860 me pacho wa phone so no me pacho yenko wa phone this no yenko Daniel nyewa good afternoon me do for yenko
madam na ya se
ye josu bebre ye josu yenko me do for
Mr. Lawyer says not with the government tools at the so and me a few river and me the Gina my step child or a British so at the end. Now, fee waiver no or more reject into almost the ninth day no. The ninth working day na yes substantive application at the home. Now me check it after that me check it me na me share code na after me live to the remain in the UK na I expire. It's minimum so no my first me application no within the deadline or the at the mile so me and check share code no and the person who say and also no a higher then and that's it me yes sir.
And see, I also will contact you now because sometimes we submit your application now. I am not and update you and see a bit that problem bit me up and say we submit and sana will leave and expire. Just contact them and explain to them say your leave must have been continued, but we check your almost say we leave it's expired until they will ratify it.
Yo, enu ti na ya na yesa mo be fa lawyers no. Me da fo me pacho ye nko wa wo phone so no.
Yeah, I pacho sister na be say me bisa say lawyers or chichi no or my just say who 10 years more parent truth so that which is obviously 10 years no ana. The new law now almost on be implementing in coming months to come, which is going to be there. Until so 10 years now, over 5 years. So does that mean so was that category of 10 years?
Okay, lawyer, so what did you or person or say I know what 10-year repayment rate. And now what's the Sunday about 5 years? What you say? It is so we implemented 10 years now. Meaning say was so go back to the 10 years now.
Yeah, very good question. So the mechanic Omu make comment to say they want to still protect and maintain the British citizen. Wawari. And ABA minim say ne yire no ana say whatever route no say ne yire no wawari no or British citizen with a British passport. Na omiti all the requirements na the 5 years na I don't think say will be affected. But of course, we're waiting to see more. This is a white paper. I gave a summary of what the government intends to do. But when the policy is released, we'll know more details. The government have said so we increase it to 10 years. And like we said earlier on, already, people on 2.5 have already on 10-year route. So in my opinion, possibly there's other skill visas, they are not seeing the more relevance. Say Nipano is showing some exceptional help or support to the community. NAB are on 10 years, and this are most of the skill visas will go 10 years. So I don't think in his case he will be affected.
Abigail, yenko, ye fa TikTok kakra ne fa. Abi yenko.
Na obaso na edege nkranta oba na British. Na we application. Mama bra.
Yes, darling, ye tie o.
E ba cho, my sister jira na baso na edege. O jira na baso na edege 2.5 years.
Yes.
Now application in 2024 April. 2024 August no mobile so my supporting documents and brother like on prove this on your partner and what the coin. So now they got 14 months. Or lawyer no so was sure for one cabinet man brand purchase say no nya dem.
Lawyer was 14 months so jina ne baso no de gen krata. 14 months na chese ko 2 years. Me pacho what the question obusaye.
Yeah, and see, yes, a matter said lawyer and a bit chasey, but the thing is, the truth is, they say an application a check. So, and see, I will sit here and say, ABR 14, 14 weeks, 14 months, ABR chan and check. It will be a matter said, and the lawyer and a bit chasey up, and all my find out when they can make a decision.
Okay, Ken Jeffrey yanko, Ken yanko. Ken Jeffrey. Okay. Akonoba yenko. Yes, darling.
My application and my decision about almost 2 months, but my passport the daddy by Nana me person business say. No, my my lawyer not
At 2 months of the same chair, beba.
My yummy decision.
Aye. Omo famu movement here, beba. Ama obet me a passport for. Why? Because passport no mo de be bro no hwi nim bibia nim enti e beba. Why? 2 months de kwanwa. Okay. Na na frempon ye nkwa na na mete wo nka che me hu so ache ade wayira.
Yeah, you can see everyone.
Oh, wunya yie. Ade wo de na wuye e wo he. Oh, kuse why? Yo, ye nkwai.
We there. Lawyer, you no afraid no. Once that you use BRP ni we not your share code media. Or yet be ma once ne visa original one.
Ewu no.
Initial one ewu ni dia own ya share code. Name SAS so section 3C no protecting it na you know emu ni pa no afraid.
Afraid no. Oh,
okay. Share code media there's no way I'll be here unless onya new pay.
Ah, oh, okay. Say na lawyer so on frɛ fikisi mu for no. Enti no na kyɛ we na woni de nya de a ebe display wo so.
Ti ko adwuma bi mu a sa application na oye no more reference number.
No de ama wo. Oh, that's good.
I mean earlier sa 10 years until I want to hear you there. Omo mu di da kin fa ko achi de o be
was the king fan kwachi ombebre emfiedu na se emfiedu no na se obi ogina ne ba so je nkrato no so tena emfiedu nti no eye normal
na say ye na ko jira na da ki ade pampam na hu a no fe wo kwa na ye macho but na de we
emfiedu enye hwe eye na nyame adom Saturday. Hello me don for me pacho ye nko wa wo eye phone so ne ye nko. Yes darling. Lawyer Joso.
Now we know 10 years for the account.
Lawyer say 10 years no. Be skill worker for no meli and na wo mo atagete wo mo. There be bra nya wa. I say wa worry you near. Or there be lawyer say wo hwemu ane kasa ni nyina no mo targeti eye skill worker for no eso enti wa wari wanya say oh when you can ho frɛ lawyer say mo nyina obi antete ne ho wa wari no wanya mfie miensa me pacho say ye kuntunkuni yes wo behia wo be unim frɛ lawyer ebia na yire no so comorison wa ama o maye enti frɛ lawyer aha oni lawyer nkasa ekwan wo ho why me pacho wa TikTok na na ma owusu a frɛ lawyer ne ne kine ya wate na ma wusu am pacho yenko
na good afternoon.
Yes darling.
Pacho me question na brand busai EU for come on now kind no the new system is going to end the automatic settlement for like EU 5 years. Now, last year, so we have 5 years now. You don't have to apply like automatically home office for like dividends. Enye
wo mu nyina enye wo mu nyina sa automatic 5 years no montie enye wo bia na ede ma wo mo obi wo ho a wo kunu ne kura wo ni system nim onni ha onye adwuma bia wo yire ne nya adwuma enti da bia lawyers ne ba o mo kase automatic renewal no ana automatic indefinite no se wo date ne ba beso 28 days ama wo indefinite time na so na yemfa ma wa ya application ko
okay
one application akona 28 days no etwamu a wonkrata na say enti no se wo no hwe me na wunyanya wo indefinite automatic indefinite na mentena ho ya application ne fa ko
okay so we have now set like 2027 and maybe You run 2026 and then I application. I was here 1028 months before.
Wo date no memfa ne say wo year no 5 years no ebeso ebia wo 5 years ne beso June 30th. June 30th na we see 1st of June ni ma from 1st of June kosi June 30th no nyina no. Wo was that time no the application kosi 30th of June.
Okay,
Stephanie do Jamfi. Steph. Yes, darling. My baby the Stephanie. Tina me friend was Stephanie.
And yes, she, Madam, if I told me a question, you say, what happened? There was a say on me. And my mom passed school, or Bani passed school, and then money that visa so. And I'm a graduate route, so no, them and down visa. They say, oh, my child dependence in money. Say, them and you go school, or also come back to Ghana, and I say, we should be together, them and visa.
Graduate route no ba no me enu nyina wo gema wo kunu de wo ko school no oje obeji bia ma ne yere no.
It is so I twem ye twem they say no my twem they say ya wo kunu no kura sa nya school na o kwa so obetimi agya ma
Ye twa de ebe mu ade ne ye twem
so much dependence ni
I say dependent no mo twem en de wo no na wo graduate route no so de o wo so dada won ka ho. Say student bi a wo ba bia wuntimi mfa wo yere wuntimi mfa wo kunu emma age wo mo be ye research
exactly omo be man also so but on down the graduate route no small no so be go school ah
be man na wo ye dependent no ono so anya school
admission
be ko
otita ne yere ne kwa na say ne yere ne betimi adaso ne de ene so
lawyer I just a lawyer obemu bi because say omo mienu nyina wo graduate route so
or had that mo had na rules
ne pa try
okay akwasemo ma lawyer volume na lawyer enchere sister yi emu lawyer gina so meba me yese ya no akasa or because mo ma volume
okay omo had that ansana new rules na eba na omo no nka ho it is so oni ne kunu no omo ha no ma ansana ye twa dependence on the graduate visa na then of course obetimi can say ne kunu so betimi benefit
Micro na you stay no and you ba ha say ni e ba no man fa bisa ma na me kuta me 5 years wo and am
wo bi atamade bi
ye bedru ko ma o ye me krata na ma me no me document na no Spain ni nyina ne ko home office ni the application and ye ma me 5 years into be ware no ha ye ma me 5 years but e true say me kwaje me passport na me just say law no e bi atomi ana it be coming because me English in life in UK ni na.
Enti na chese wo ye you ni.
Bachane.
O 5 years na be so da ben.
I so create chama say me passport February. Na me go delay time.
E dey passport na wo kwaje indefinite na say kwaje British passport.
Me kwaje British passport.
I don't get you. Okay, neighbor. What do indefinite we? Oh, okay. Enti no e dey say wo mo dey emrane ba emrane de tie nie lawyer kire mo de emrane ba o mo de time to so memva ne say indefinite a wo de British passport so wa woni entry no entry no wuntimi nkoje British passport no also o mo de ba ye no mo de date eto so say obi biara from 2018 oba kromi ha wuni entry ne kire say edi a wudi wura mu okromi ha wo airport no enye sa di ne na wudi ti kromi ha on se first no nkofo be kromi ha no mbodo mo passport akọ Ghana no odidi foforo na aye ne nkrata obi kura nso so a obi a wawuo nkrata na ode ete ha awufo de na obi on so so mo fa from Stroway ekoma refugee fo no omo te ship so ba ha omo yedo mo share baalu mu yedo mo share car boot mu no sankofo no omuni entry enti won so omode date by say wow obi a wo ba ha 2018 enti we say so omode mra beba say bia indefinite agese wo 10 years ya ebi omobeka say obi a wo ba kromi ha as a skill worker and say as a dependent or whatever wo ba ha ebi a 2024 musa ankofo no muntimi nyi indefinite what you say enti nye wo bia na be affect no enti wo no koso ne koye wo British
ma ye me indefinite na wiyo
enti koye wo British passport
enti omo fa date until so ma fa visa mo but me krata
wa fa visa menti wo ye den na wo wura kromi ha wo fa he wo kunu do she ken mo fa bus yehu a wo ka ho enti wo fa bus ya na chese 2018 no na wanya won krata dada
minya 2019
wonya ne 2019 wo ka ho wo fa fom lawyer wo so fa bus ba onim esno obi a kone ko hu lawyer woni lawyer nkasa woni lawyer nkasa wo fa fom enso so no wo betu bia woni lawyer kasa woni lawyer Frank nkasa wo woni number true. And I will test me. I'm the lawyer Frank. Lawyer Frank, mascot of referendum with God, all things are possible. What it? Hello, me pacho wa phone is on the uncle. Me pacho TikTok for your father to me ba me some pacho. Yeah, good afternoon, uncle.
Pacho, me bisa question ama mi sister na o school. Ana o kunu wawari o Ghana. But oba no waba be twem na aba be wo woni ko bi ania wo school oko but opese wo hu se obetumi agi krata mane bana one ne mpana na wo ko bi ana
se ne mpana ne yekromi hani enti yekromi hani no ebetimi agi ne passport ni bia mane ba no
na opese wo hu se oje mane ba no a no ankasa no so betimi akone ba ne de no so bia na se so bi
wo betumi akone ba ne de no so nti mo fe lawyer Frank why yes abro kosko betumi ada ne ba ne de no so obetumi akoda ne ba ne de no so why me pacho wa phone so ne enko ne yemra we ne so TikTok for ne so
ado mi so me bisa question ama me brother bi
pacho lie
me pacho p enko p
yeah pacho mama ne wife no oye nurse na be ma na dependent on bi wa na on ku bi account so enye joint account ba na say no ti because we this case na do say 4 years time no
na senya joint account nko na wo so mu yusu o mbetimi ayusu address foforo enye joint account nko a
ba na nka so na be ma na baby bi abo
ene be ma na so situation ne de
so when you can so dia no what be say say wo peska omani sika man fan so ntoka
oh we no dey wrong me lawyer sister yen kasa chiri why Daniel me pacho yen ko
yes now
good afternoon sweetie
okay pacho my question a question here one for myself and one for Mema
pacho yen
me wo me na indefinite and my apply for my British passport my life in the UK test my in all the necessary way but me do almost 1 year training still na maintain
wo madia na say anu ye wo madia na say wo dia wo koye naturalization
dem ko naturalization
1 year na mai one aye ye wo ho Daniel wo ye pepe Dani 1 year dey achieve naturalization kra dey ya sorry ho obi di ne dey koto mu February enura abase den February enti me fan say 3 months as say 1 year cha wo friend lawyer Frank a obetracy up the amount omo mebusa we any additional document bia
that any say me call you no say within 2 months na omo bisa me say omo ye omo checks no na some year bi Nami says manage Nami has said intimate prove that you like and come on yes. Or my it's okay. The since then maintain the
One lawyer Frank and Casa. Obe come you na abebo batenya hwe.
Okay, me to so me no me ma no me ma won for penny no e na indefinite. But the mama can so the penny no me wo no Ghana na me buy we na indefinite. But trainer can them the woman now has it. Now person me apply for registration me ma on. Na be bisa say new law na abana omo no e be affect omo in the way na say.
New law about the say registration affect wo say registration and now ka 10 years na e wo so
omo no say penyin de o learn definite intino but omo can dey me wo ha but omo nya omo indefinite but because say me wo mo kro mana me nya me indefinite now
wo wanya no for lawyer betimi a register wo to become a British.
Oh okay.
Wa wo hye dem ya omo fa ma wo bi ko wunnim wo de wo hye dem ye Daniel wo sika for lawyer no nyema nana wan me pacho ye nko me pacho me fa wate nko fo me fa una me fa TikTok we na una ye next scholar nana wan Samuel small world me da so wate e no gift wate ya me shraw pacho ye nko
me cause madam me che anu we for
yeah does
say o ma no mo de skilled racer ba ye na o ma be ja o mpeso mu ja o mu kuna na so de o ma be ja o mu kuna no mpeso de power and also sanity
lawyer obi a wo no be krom ha oni ni kunu ne ba isa skill worker woni ne yire woni ni kunu omo ba ye no na wo ma hia wo ba afoforo wo Ghana osimeni wagyae me ko ware wo do waba on say ye krom ha by law e na Ghana kra mente Ghana ba menim se kro bia so no enipa ba ku ntimi njaya ware age se eye 2 people e na mo be ja ware enti bra yi peso hu se wo bi oni wo kuna ba no wagya ware no okofa obi foforo aba senete se small world peso hu se sen wan kire mu ye se wo gya ware a obetimi akofa wo kunu na ba ana se sen ana
madam na se wo gya ware na oba no betimi akofa be ma foforo aba na dependence no so de na ekosi se ono so be de
okay lawyer so wa wonu kunu aba wono yira ba no wagya no obetimi aware foforo obetimi aware foforo wo Ghana na wo aye gya ware na wo da wo bi wo main applicant ne so no ye gya ware to wo nkrata ne so aye den
so family awade na gu ana wo nkrata ne so agu nti no nipa na oba ne na wo depend no na oba ne so onko so ene wonware nti se awade na gu a awose wo no be ma no so no wo fa ba bi a bitime nya wo nkrata
na se oba no so betimi dia akofa wo bi aba
ai se wa gya ware a wo gya ware a wotimi ko ware obi foforo ende wo ho wo betimi aware obi foforo wo gya ware a betimi asan ko ware wo gya ware a betimi akoware na wo ko ware a interview e wo so de hye wadwene say definitely interview beba hello me pacho wa wo eye phone so ne yenko
Mabra pacho mi chia ni lawyer ni
yeah jo so sweetie
me pacho mi dina mi baso na di 5 years you dear and organization no me yama no almost since me nya 3 years as I me wo evidence that chess a match na 5 years I me qualify for indefinite enti omo apply and na omo de nipa ye say me prove and na me call GP ho kwaje the exam me ba kruma no me ba grow 2013 by me register GP nti my ni nyina wo ho and na me call GP kwaje ye and na me nya me niema no so me call bank eco register and na ho so me call ye kwaje nti omo ye bibia de call and omo de passport ni proof me ba ni birth certificate ni nyina ba and omo request say me call me ba ni school mo ho en kwaje letter just me na me de ne call and na next year start ye no so me kwaje and na me call GP so en kwaje letter say na ya ne pani ade wo ni nyina no me na me de ne ba ye
Emma, warrior. Into mommy 14 days, say, man, so me tea, I won't be refused to me. And I'm person in which I say, a year, I used to want to be mammy and I say, I won't find mammy.
So wopɛ sɛ ohu sɛ wo submit sa requirement ni nyinaa na omo de bema wa na
Me by trying.
Lawyer Bremen.
Obviously, I mean, a decision maker, to me, and say, if you're the Bemo and farmer. But once you meet all the requirements, I don't see why Omo and farmer.
Me pacho wa phone you so yenko na ye. Hello, pacho wa phone you so yenko.
Hello, Auntie Abena.
Yes, darling.
Good afternoon. Pacho. Pese mi busa say. Me mama you EU. Eba kroma. De ayi ne tu mu no. Musu mi nsia de enti wo mo nka. E wo se ye frɛ wo mo ana.
Enti na mo de ato mo do mo free hin ne bae Ghana na say.
Ghana.
Na mo de ye mo 6 months to enter.
I am mo entry.
Entry. Enti no mo kwa akwaje. Enti 6 months na maaye.
Pacho.
Say 6 months de enche you.
And I feel so now, Pacho, but some busa say EU no ya nye omu e-visa no na because omo ba ere na omo introduce that. Tine fi say automatic. And person me sure say o say nka you register e-visa na say edem ne de ebeba as e-visa already.
Lawyer me pacho brema omo kra visa to enter.
Yeah, EU applications, you don't do e-visa. Because we've done the e-visa already. It's a EU and the EU settlement scheme now. It's part of the can I say e-visa. So you don't need to go and do another e-visa again.
I feel no my no fresh no. Ti my nti hu hia so be 6 months ebeba. Why? I ebeba nti no me pacho montwen. Yo. Yeda obi biara se me pacho lawyer number ni ma mo frɛ ni nyina ye mfa course bia biom ye mre na ye be. Ma hold mu as a gift 29 guests no. As a guest 29 guests no. Me pa mo cho me sere mo ye mre na ye be lawyer office number enie 0208 lawyer Frank 0208 075 2860 Mascot Solicitors 0208 0208 075 2860 0208 075 2860 Ana say ope lawyer Frank number wudi emomia me de be ma lawyer me da se bebre me pacho wasma pesa wo ka kira dofo na etiefo eye nkomo a yedidi ye lawyer me pacho eye aka English test no because obi oho a wo hwe yen ne time asoso okoje ne British book obi amfre lawyer o mesremo mentena ho ne time asoso okoje ne British book ne time asoso okoje ne indefinite leave to remain but because of English no waya wontwa say wo hu de wonye me pacho kwan pen e no be fa so ana wo betimi ye wonkofo bi ho mo de mo ye omo no etimi e free ye English ni wa e wa braye mo mo nyana
That's so funny. Yes, and say ABA English language ni life in UK test no. ABA for some medical reason binti ontimi nya obetimi nya exemption to say ABA BBT or how BT now to mean a lawyer because there are exceptions there that possibly you can benefit. So if you be on more dementia, you got other mental health issues going on, because other sickness going on. And because of the sickness, need to know to me and your impasse here. Speak to your lawyer and you can be exempted. Tier for you, the Masisa Mufa Mogua etnas Namutie. It's not sick. The Akai, the year, the union, more financial learning progress. Mascot solicitors. Our aim is to bring the best to you. Now, in himself, a binary issue in a white paper. We don't know when it will be implemented, but whatever it is, let us be aware that the system are changing and it's changing rapidly. And it is a would here now to an also when you krata also ostati etu anamono. We need lawyer. You can come and see us, Masco solicitors. We do everything in litigation, wills and probate, immigration, asylum, nationality, and of course, family law. We'll any bit 02080 752 860. Your Enfield Lock. It's not far from Enfield Lock Station. Your address, no, Winter Business Center, 63 Suite, 1 Electric Avenue, Enfield, EN3 7SU. And so for office now, we are so able to try with personal. I am and but mostly I will come back to you. You can get me on 079 021 99091. Yada must some more time must cause services echi na the piano we promote to make awareness of what we're doing and the best we're doing for community. Our aim is always to bring the best to you. As I always say, support Skin Pay Outreach Program, and it will always go a long way to help the community. Nyami Enshira mo onya mo kesiye as we are ending the program. Stay blessed until we see you next week. Bye bye.
Lawyer Frank Asibebre lawyer number no office number no ebiemu enie 0208 075 2860 0208 075 2860. Jo na me kan for team support e the amount wo hwe me na wutie me a da bia abona Skin Pay na me kasa ade bia ba monfo monye ne ntem obia nkoye bi skill worker for amaba opportunity no has come enti kone koye bi efato wo bi ko wo behia e bia enu time a wo pe security badge wo pese wo koye security aduma e bia wo pese wo kokogina Morrison Tesco ana wo pese wo parliament koye aduma big shop or na wenya offices bi wo pese wo koye aduma wo ho security badge kromi a enwo ding wo ya wo be feli wo be pass ansa na home office kro no a check waka say yes ye de security no a card no and certificate na ma no very hard abuna Skin Pay me di bia ba me de ba na chese waso mutwe wate na ennioma bi say ba enche inti yentem me pa cho se wo pe security o person ko security ye bitu ho wo ye wo ba ye bitu ho wo ye be ma ye bitu ho me pa cho ye bi ne fato ho security badge o person ko ye wa struggle ya he we no enye free o inti nya dia wo kwa wo be feli wo kwa wo se abena Skin Pay se ye mfro wo bo media me pa cho wa pass ye no ano no na wo ko na ko wo ko ra ka se me be security badge o mo be mo so wo betworo to na pepa wanim na mfifire enti wo kwa wo se abona Skin Pay se menfre this number oda na wada what you see enti wo pe security badge wo pe so ye security badge no se wo ye adwuma fato wo ana wo ye skill worker kura na wo betimi aye 20 hours zero contract e wo security no e bi e school wo betimi aye gym wo betimi aye bouncer ni nyina wo betimi aye bi koye bi eto ho wo pe so wo nya construction certificate say no ho aye den wo koye exams na se wo betwa eni asem wo dwa wo betwa wo ntwa ni nyina so isika se ya mepa chew abona Skin Pay me di bia ba team support okwa wo dada me ka se wo dada na nkire se ko sekete wo ho na ye ka se start work na wo da o dabi de me pese me kire wo de se nya de be feri wo de wo kwa atwere wo din de wo betumi ne ye na ye wa pass e na wonam what ya say etu pese wo ye security badge me pacho wo de momia ana me bekeka number na kire musesi a construction certificate ana construction badge no me pacho wo betumi idea mu team support ana de mome ana say wo pese wo ye health and social care level 1 NVQ level 1, NVQ level 2, NVQ level 3, NVQ level 5. Level 5 no betimi de be wo care home e wa ha. Wo betimi de be nursery, wo betimi de aye child minding. Wo koye no wo be chese wo be feli poto, wo be feli. This one de me pato ye bi tu ho. Mo de ya na mo ye mesre enuoma bi ba se ya no aye de ato ho. Ye bi ne fa to ho. aha me patcho no so po mo number DM me de be ma e na wo pese wo ye first aid so a me fra me patcho e team support omo ho e de ma wo mo nyina the same company na the same center na e na eye ni nyina wo pese wo ye DBS so a me patcho e wo die mo me a omo be ye wo DBS test no na omo de amount team support for a number team support a number enie me bebo e de a kire mo no team support the same number na no eno na wo di benya security badge me patcho mesraw wo fra wo mo a se de be ya ho ma asem wo fra kasabnes campaign so that bibi ni ametimi ade wachi krachi bi fra ye na me se ba bi ofri ko ene kwan wa enti wo ye late enye ne o sa akofo wo maba wo wa na wo mo aba na asan akọ enti sa bre we ya take advantage of it na oye late oduru ho no mo so mama na nye exams no and o mama na enjoy ne class no o kan num nsem bibiara enye omo so ajo musika o mama na nsete mesi wo kwa wo se abnes campaign enti no examiner no anase tutor no am na enter into the class wachi ani siko ebeye kwa enti di be 3 days na crash ne frame me uja me audio because no frame me onyame e wa na me frame wo mu e na me de crash ne kan ho na me si no dash no enti e be ne dey omo so no boy ne rude oya this omo ma no omo nye hwe ma no na me se mesre mo na boy santi abana security badge ma pay be for how many years almost 8 years me kwa me pass anti abana and me say so you rude so we gina so and that nipa ne nya Ghana ni tie dane ko Ghana kasa and me say nye yes so kasa ya kura frɛ wo bi so enye and me so ne me pamocho momwa me na momwa no adana everything was in touch. What you say? And nunti na mese wo kwa wo se abnes campaign. Bomidin. Wo se abnes campaign. Enti wo kwa no amomidi a me wo bomidi a ye ma me hwe emfiri omo ho. Ye ma me hwe emfiri omo ho. Me ye madwuma ma gimi sika me ye madwuma. Enti se wo kɔ ne me pese wo bodi no so that omo behu ba bia wo firi ba. Wo da no wada. What you say? Wo da no wada. Enti nyesa wo ko bomidi ni ama me discount to be a ho. I don't do discount these things there. Eye cash and carry. Enti wo kwa bodi no se ne be ya bibi ni a I can follow it up and I metimi agina mu e de ama. Omoye SIA CCTV, SIA door supervisor top up, SIA supervisor, functional skills in English, functional skills in maths de papa bia wo pe maths de akọ university bia wo pe English de akọ university unya ubrofo no enka ne twerɛ den maths pa ne den unya also pese akọ university o pese wo kọ university me pa cho o pese akọ ye nurse sister bra be ye bito ho confined space minima de kro health and social care NVQ level 1 level 2 level 3 level 4 level 5 level 6 ni nyina no omuye bi ewo eho enti me pacho team support omo telephone number enie maths and English for no omuye the same omo number nie me boba kire mo enti me pacho obi amfa pen ne paper we nya wo test me wo WhatsApp wo die mo me a me de be send them omo number ye 074 26 56 6335 omo number ye 074 26 56 6335 ana omo number no ebiom eye 074 265 66335 ma mo hwe wo YouTube ne Facebook ne the screen is on timu behu ma mo hwe wo TikTok no wo die mo me a se wo hia English and maths na me pa cho mo die mo me number na make can skill worker dear me bobo so nyina no the same number no 074 TikTok for Montreal to so mame 074 2656 another 6335 074 265 66335 and I would dear momia kwache mundia mo me de best send them why enti obi ankoye binto especially mo konkoye English test o pese wo ko university na obeje ye student allowance koye bi wo pese wo ko ye nursing wo hia English wo hia wo maths me pacho mo nkoye nto ho wo pese wo ye security ne de wo bo akokora obetimi akoyo eda ho afebo life koye bi to wo skill worker for mo koye bi nto ho mo koye security badge ento ho construction sika wo mu papa mo koye construction badge ento ho obetimi frema abana woni mo bi a ba bia meye security badge ba bia mese da bi aba munso mukwa monkoye ento wo se wo de number na emu obi a wo se wo fra ka se abness campaign say maka o me repeat myself so many times men fa chire emfa nko na nkoye wo de kotena ho na me fra me se ma abna ma faili yes ukona wo bomidin a omunim se abness campaign ko fo de wo da no wada okay na me kanfo eye boga money app e de amount yeah, me se mundia mo me makeka number na nyesa megina we say so a omo sponsor me programs omo doso enti nyesa megina de ba akoso abobo anti mo de mesre mo mundia mo me wate ana DM no so mo ntia se TikTok sa na ye ka no obi send o message no inbox me wate ase ana DM sa na mo ka no right enyesa megina de ba akoso a boga money app enso so de aba boga money app abedwane so pa say sikamanie app no adoso me pacho 419 so 4 wo ho enu nti na wo send sika wo bank kura timi busa say are you sure say yem fa sika nto say sikamanie we say mu enti mesraw abnes campaign dia media de papa ba na me ba beka e de a kirew obi anfa ne phone ne download eye boga money app kwa wo smartphone so na download to boga money app boga money no me pacho okwa wo smartphone so na wo download a wo betimi dia send sika ko Ghana akoma wo maame wo papa wo nua wo yere wo ma wo pese wo kofa wo baba wo pese wo kofa wo yere ba eye wo mu hia proof of evidence eno eye wo statement a wa send sika dia ko Ghana boga money wo timi print wo statement wo pese wo tua wo school fees o Ghana parental relationship na lawyers ne kan ebi no wo betimi de boga money app na tua wo school fees e de atontade ama wo ma e de aye shopping ama wo ma e de ade awmo epese wo ko hospital abetimi wo maame wo papa wo betimi de atua aduane ka awoda pizza e wo Ghana awoda fried rice e wo Ghana e de ama wo ma enti ene no wo mfesika nkosu obi so no wadi wo sidan e wo Ghana wanya asase bi wo Ghana apese wo to wo betimi ayusu boga money app no e de ato asase no e wo Ghana wo betimi de blocks wo betimi de atonsuo wo betimi de atwa electricity e wo Ghana boga money app nko a ene wo all these features no e wo omusika mane app no eso ye from Paula Mantemos e di kanfo enti obi biara say na app no etie app no say na etie muhu so ye ho say na app no etie enti obi biara en download wo de send sika ko Ghana eye just seconds na kwa kugu nipa no mobile phone no eso wo pese wo di sika gu account me e wo Ghana eye pound sterling eye dollars eye cedis sika bia wo pese wo de to account me e wo Ghana bia no wo betimi use boga money app no na wo de asend sika no promo code and referral code no eye campaign referral code eye campaign referral code eye campaign na me kan for eye best deal door to door shippers e de amount best deal door to door shippers esefa wo nuoma bra ye bedi sama me pacho fa frɛ wo sesi a na wo momfa wo nneoma ne nkɔ Ghana emfa ma boxes no sane mo be fa no sa pepepe na wo mo be kwa akoyi no Ghana ho e de ama enti mesrɛ frɛ best deal door shippers no mo be fa wo nneoma enko Kumasi market enra gati mehu enra mi ko Kumasi market ko di edwa kokomo organic koko hawiza koko bofruit nie ko se bofruit ni ko se me pa chawo fa wani kire Kumasi market wo pekam ko di organic edwa wo ho okwa wo se wo pe eye small madam ana wo pe miss rates enti fo ni kire pekam Kumasi market ne ko di wudwa nyina wo Kumasi market Brago catering services to nensa from me Brago say wo ye part wo ye wedding all your event friend no na one wo eni eye sa wo so pelito me pa chawo mo friend na monye shito no wate shito baby a wo bi opetimi apostu di abro wo betimi di asho fridge na wodi ne kakra wo ye big event bi a contact eye pelito na won ne insa wo so snacks frel snacks say wo ye wo Christine wo ye wo birthday baby shower eye de wo ye bia wo pastries dia contact eye snacks na won ne no eye eni eye insa wo so erade shower wo adwuma bi na wo pese skin pain outreach team ye mo ho dawuro emfa emma wo a dawuro ne ye bo a enwosra eye adwuma mese wadwuma no enipa kora musa wo sister wo nuama we say eye sen ba wo di breast skin pain outreach TV so a enwosra bon wosra mu enwosra ye adwuma entu wo dwuma die bi na wo pese skin pain outreach TV ye mo ho dawuro ma ana ewrade di ato akoma so se bra ne be sponsor dwuma die ye di akwantu nsem enye immigration mi program baby a mi hia sponsors eye akwantuum nsem Saturdays eye program enti se rade de ato akoma so wo adwuma bia na wo pese wo be so yasene wo pese wo be sponsor yen esono advert se wo do adwuma ba se menya advert ma wo and esono se wo sponsor yen enti wo adwuma bi na pese adwuma no be sponsor yen a yen so ye be advert na e de ama ana individual wo hwe me na rade de ato akoma so ka akoma se assistant mo ye adwuma papa enti me pese me sponsor wo program a wo ye in any amount bia obetimi dia sponsor yen every month bia you are welcome so obetimi as sponsor yen erade enhiraw e kire nyame ya adoma eye emergency hour brane be dia paye be no ma paye be sha paye atade brane mom paye mo amom pempai bon he enne inukromi ha sesa o dwane ekoto anyankopon ikromi ha asesa papa Debia meka se adamfo ntime mmoa o enipa ntime mmoa o aginyame entime pa acho uni asore kwa pa asore ko debia metena ha meka debia metena ha abnes kimpe meka uni asore kwa me pa acho ekromi ha yehu ho ewurade entena ho ema amane ne nto entena ho ema ye ntwa wo skill workem obi eba me ho wa asore kwasiada one of me ba ebi onya abanyama ne wo kuromi ha ewurade enam prophet Greg atomoso etwitwa age no oye adwuma abanya adwuma oye adwuma oye civilian sa na moka no oye abanya adwuma pa asa abanya adwuma ne da bia omo de omo baage no eye dade leda ewa akire ena dade eda so na wonya amane ewa adwumam ewurade nam prophet Greg adomoso yamfa na nkoje o ewurade nam so adane ho adi amenkunimdie aba kwasi ade oba asoro ode ani gisem beto manim se mabna obi epe menka ne say na mate ase kasa bebuo okay opeyira ware as a skill worker wabaha wo pese wo switch wo visa no e de ko another visa so e bia company ne ma wadwuma e bia ye twa wo visa na bema no e na efa ho kanyina ope wo ba na bema no e twia ka bibia company no eye bema no sister dia enti bema no wa ha na bema no person no so she be dependent into ope wo ba ne ho fe. What you say? Na wa ware na wo ba no wuntua 1 pound po. Wo kurom ha ye twa avisem. Wo de skill work na ba adwuma ni ho. Me G company ni dia me Google ye no. They own almost about 15 care homes e wo kurom ha. Ma bana me pe wo ba wo ye genuine. Na minim se wo ene nkofo ba wo nchen. Ena sorry ha nso so no. Minim se obi wa ha. Sa mo ane begu untua 1 pound. Wo special visa e bi 10,000 pounds. Untua 1 pound. Enipa mienu na me oma adwene eba mitinam se da bi sa nkofo we kura utimi so mo ye fudie enfo. Omo nsaka sa de we ya they will run away. Oma won chen kura biu. Metra se na me se da bi enye hwe sa nkofo ya no mia na masa pa adwuma ama omo ye omo ye adwuma. Mia na masa pa adwuma ma omo ye. But this opportunity no aba. Enra metike mu a mebefie no obi afre ma abana ye twa me visa mu ma abana mesraw menya obi amana so hia ma me ma abana ma ye ready metuaka na me say me introduce this lady minimum no enfa ne ma boy ya na boy ne so ka chem se ma abana me po bi o ye genim me po bi a me sister beboa na wie na e wo so odi nipa ne ka ne ho se me gya wawade akofa me de Africa na ba. And I make catch again. It's an opportunity be saying I beto ba minimum. Or say ma bana debia me show and I miss minimum. I don't know you physically. Nebwa minimum. And to this opportunity now I can introduce to you. Minti me fama. Akonya bebre ne ba me ho. And you ma bebre. And ne ba me ho. E ba wo bi ogina me nchen na madane de amano. E ba message ne koye. E ba message ne yesay. Obi se wo kofa ne yere aba okofa ne yere ede naba na ohia letter tenancy letter okofa ne yere aba na ohia tenancy letter wo so mo di application no etum nyame ya adomo a 20th of this month na application na okofa ne de na okofa ne yere ne de naba no wo ye yiyu ni wa betene krom ha wa ware yiyu ni bema e was say or no watene kuromi ha de was say utimi nya tenancy agreement no ebi o se ne landlord say wo ma no yeah which is I can provide it me to me aye bi amani bi enso minimo enma be ma tenancy agreement because me fa dan bi ahan wo what you say but say nipa we say uni no a da bia ya na meka mom pa sorry nko Mumpekuo enko pekuo ko pa sorry ko wadamfo na wo do ani ato ne so no e bi oje benefit enti ade bi wo ho a wontimi mmoa wo ana e bi a ne circumstance bi nti no ontimi help o enti ana da bi a mebetena ha hey mumpese yo yenye be krom ha no enka saa nneoma ne nkenya wo bi te sa abana campaign e kire ye kwan sexa fa saa kwan we se so a me da bia me kan ka Nigeria ni ya wabetena ho a work cancel me kan me so me ye Ghana ni a me de me banka me kan de papa ka me ye Ghana ni anka me gina parliament na me so ma ye me nsa sei na maka kire wo say e wo some ma blacks and Africans mama your opportunity because ye na ye beboa kuro no enkuro tunuma ye ne ye enso so me ba kuro ma me nya this privilege me nya wo bia first kura lawyer kasa kura wusuro se lawyer ne kura wo fa telephone afre lawyer kura wusuro because omunye open abana skin pay me na mama kuro mi ha lawyers aye open lawyer bi wo ho a wo betena ne program so kasa kura wai wo full free first na lawyers no mo ntesa enti me ka kiro pa sorry ko pe Bible believing church ne ko dwane ne ko to anyame fa wo ko sie ne taban kese na se ekromi ha ye tough ba wo mo muni mo munya nkopon no ade nyina be di aboa wo mo na awie mu ye na awie wo mu ye enti wonni asore kwa me da bia me kwa asore eye Flames of Faith Assembly Bible believing church undiluted word of God bra na ye nyina ye mpagya wurade na ye nyina ye mawurade so na ye mane franka ne so me say wo ba nyame asam na no betene wo mu asam ne beye bambo e beye shield cover you enti amane a etoto nkofo ye ne na mo chiche nkofo wo ebintu asam no ebeyi yare ebeyi amane ebeyi wowuo ebeyi wo how de afiri wo so asam ne bebo kwan ato ba bi ekwan ni asam no ebebo kwan ato ba bi ekwan ni enu ama ba sorry woman be daddy I started anopa morning devotion. Daybreak break me through morning devotion. Na de urade na mo so awo ye ne bra dwene ntiase so. Woman be ebe Tuesday prayers redemption hour enra ma mo ba ye no. Eye fire kum fire. Fire kum fire. Bra ne be bompaye beje waware beje wani munyam beje wadwuma beje usika won krata akoka fikesiem sister watena wana ade aye kasa e na wodi di nkonkonsa bra sore bra ne be bompaye neje wade bra ne be bompaye neje wade woman be eye adwuma oye ka adwuma. Thank you for your gift. Oye ka adwuma na ka adwuma na woye no ne office no ene ne case ni oye home o home bosumi bia no otua 12,000 pounds a month. 12,000 pounds a month. Na ose oye adwuma during lockdown no oye adwuma no na onimu sekam sika was a council ni tua no no omu ntua ne sa sika no ena say enwema ye rough enwema ye tough sika kura wodi betua ne weke sika kura no ayeden but yes still every month bia no ne edan ne rent any ne bills electricity no 12,000 pounds na morning devotion ayeye no na daddy allocate no but last week Tuesday sorry daddy declare say obi biara obi di woka because wo so obi di obi ka na nipa no eba betue sika no edi amount wa ma obi edi but last week morning devotion no opiki woman no and waka kire woman ne say a month of divine approval this month no enko da wieye ewurade de sede eba be hye na funuma wo hu so obi de ne ka na nipa ne de ka ne ebre no sister no eso ne daddy nka wono kura wonimu se yatua ne ka bia yantua ne ka ne nyina yantua ne ka enyina during lockdown enti was say owofie last week ye wie morning devotion anopa no ye wie morning devotion anopa onenam ho eno was me nkonko check me email o check ni email no na cancel no asend ni email Thursday no anaju 8 o'clock say during pandemic no o service na wo de ma ye no ya calculate ye hu say ye de woka ye ntua wo esika na wo se etua wo enti fa wa account ebra ye onim 38,000 pounds choppable sterling money enra ma mo ba soro no meboa okay yenua baba akonsoso kwa akoye British naturalization wa abra ye free ye British for dem raba say wa wo free wo fa astroway wo fa desert so ebe kuromi ha woni entry no since from 2018 untimi nye British passport. This our lovely sister no of our form any be wura mu okuromi ha of free continent of our form and obe wura okuromi ha only entry enti date na omode ma 2018 no affect no enti nya dia obetimi nya ne British passport ewa ha na sister yi efre daddy eno se daddy me pacho wa wache me gift na Awurade nhira wate eno se daddy minnimu dia Awurade na wo so de ma me ewo abra na me pe cancel dan na cancel for torment me say ama wo dan je edan yi sosom was saying 13 from me dem de me yakọ me ma bebrebe me dem de o makọ Daddy catch them me said dino reject it. Council for any catch them me say man rejected dino mama me for daddy say omobema wo dan because I see you holding a brand new key safwa ya bonne foforo brand new key entino reject it menye dino eda no modi ama no menye na sister ya san freda omo se manye omo me bi da ma bre na da se menye dino nyame won twantro. It was emergency hour and daddy declare sister ne freye and daddy catch and say what free program is so obi no me say wo you are going to hold a brand new key a fear will be antena muda and a sister ne catch no say mempe or reject no mo so umpe dia and ye ma wo dan biom na sister ne say mempe and need 2 weeks no my friend sister ne say yes see new building ewa ha ewa Coventry new building ewa this area with a brand new postcode oh baby sister ne say what if one day wo kasa wo suru ni adwuma ma ne ye Prophet Greg me dear wurade nam prophet we say so aye no if I am standing here to testify I know what I'm talking about and the proof is there testimonies ne wo so and the sister ne say ubusa me say me pe anasa say and almost say yes case work and say wo pebi and was me pe and was say e chine nyame ya adoma area lunch time come and choose the postcode ekrobi ha ye ma wo dan ya ye kire wo say choose postcode omo friend this lady eba office and almost say postcode be na wo pe kire ye number wo pe and wo kire and almost say e dan no plan ni e de na wo pe e wo fie nim kire yen ekromi ha wo to dan ya wo to dan kwa na ye ka kire wo se de na wo pe se dan na afi no mo build dan na ye kire wo se de na wo pe se yemfamra e dan nim e de na wo pe se dan na wo yesi ama no yemfamra se dan na yesi awie na wo koto de a ene ye wo kwa de wo ho e na wo to ekromi ha e dan a wo koto ene ye wo ensuite no se Ghana be kasa o master's bedroom o toilet and bath bibia e hye wo bedroom o koto fia e na hu sa dan na ye common council dan a ye de me mayen bi a ye titi council dan mu yi no maako e no mo institute e wom agese wo koto this lady e dan na ye de man no ne bedroom o institute e wom or jacuzzi edem wo brand new key ekura no ya mano eye parking with a garage e won anim ne testimony no sanka akwaso betimi akọ last year eyi sa testimony na mama yanka be me de enti this woman no ewurade nam prophet Greg adom so ayen senkyere ne wona brabom enti no was a prophet me kwa kwaji me British book no me kwaye naturalization me qualify new law na abano affect me but I knew say wo prophet Greg de wo be kano ne bem prophet is nya abotere na me nkobo ho mpaye mema will go ahead na prophet ka kire ne say ko ne fakotum a month of February near a love on-shin program and na daddy e boss mpaye and was a fako ne fakotum fakoma lawyer no fankotum lady ne de command lawyer so ye de na aba ekromi ha en was me di we ne be wura mu okromi ha na emo manfa airport ne baaye me fast way me fa form en am be wura mu ha ne lawyer ne said there be wo ka ho emra no en was lawyer me pacho fako me sofo see en na lawyer de so sofo me so me camera lawyer na me kan sa mo nkire mo ye wo mra emra no eye limited Bible say ohina koma eda meme wurade mensem ese sutinene ensu a etene baabi a meme wurade mepe ena metene edeko enti wo mra no wo ye lawyer wo ye limited company wo ye lawyer wo ye limited company but se ewurade kasa wo kasa, though you don't qualify, though you don't deserve it, though you don't qualify, so no mo de be ma. Sister ne say me patcho me so for say, lawyer ne say wo so for say no say yes, me so for say me fa application into me de be ma me. Or the 2 February. Or the 2 February unqualified. Ya frena me busa say, wudi and wudi would kromi hano any entry. Ya frena me busa say, though you don't qualify. Ya freno, ye program, ye morning devotion. Morning devotion, enra Monday no, enra chi Monday. Daddy boni din. Ena daddy kasagu ni so say, what's a good news ba? On kana come Anthony yem. Ya Paul morning devotion na wia. And when you email, congratulations, the lawyer sending no, lawyer ne sending no congratulations no, and a lawyer ne say catch the was soft for ne say nimpa bona bem. Ewurade. He, odif one dia wakasa was ru nya adwuma yo. Enti mu amote wa ya na mudi asof watem, experience bi a wanya ni before no. Memfa mfra asof wo nyina wate. Yes. Wate. Yes. Osuru aye binti mu a morning devotion no momfa mo ho nyimu no day break me through no fa wo begim ne bebo bi enti me pacho wonni asore kwa bra aha wo wa asore mpo na apese wo besra yenya ye hie mu kwasi ada awia 1 pm kwasi ada awia 1 pm on se dru asore so minya ada je kasa because me mpese ebe ya ansa me ye Ghana fo nyina ma me minim nsem eba manim minimu se obi be frɛ no wosu ma bena wonko ane nipa obetimi aboa me ma na maka kire wo se pa asɔre kɔ wonni asɔre kɔ a bra Flames of Faith assemblies bra baabi a wotie area wotie asɔre atwa ho ahia bo wura hɔ ge bia wono no asɛya wi afa no obo se ma na me se na ma asɔre hɔ ne ye ma wo se ma me call ma asɔre hɔ na latafo asɔre na me kɔ omo se omo wo mo abi omo de boa omo alata enye wa wokurum ha de ye die wa ha betimi akɔ council wo betimi akɔ council ye be ma benefit ma bna wa na betimi aboa me na me se me alata asɔre na open na akɔ hɔ yes enti o so mo boa wo ti kɔ hɔ no mo boa me boa say simple be breaker eno ano no Oko Ghana for asori bebre ebu anenye Ghana asori a asori bebre ebu okwa asori a baby a wo say they love God and you feel at home ye spiritual aspect to nchen a asori a wokwa you feel welcome you feel at home who's asori we die there be asori we die me hu ne sa haye me fie. What I say, trust me, crossing me, Johnny Cobby and Wurade. Ti baby, a wouldn't say, me Johnny Cotois. In couldn't dear Beba, a 1 hour. Cause see at the Bia Yeshia 1 pm for an each elephant and castle. I will Keddington underground. Keddington underground. Keddington underground. For bus, for train. Busobia, some may call Keddington underground. And now, would ye, flying. Udru elephant and castle, udru Southland na fa flyer efa chire wo bia se me pe baby a sorry we e wo ye wo number 1 Opal Street Paddlers Acre Hall London XC114HZ e wo Keddington udru Keddington underground at train station no e ho na ye landmark eno nti na de bia me use Keddington underground eni asori no e ye 1 minute walking distance wujina Keddington underground asori ni nie enti wusi wo Kennington underground a ubehu off license fa off license nanim immediate turn left park bi wo park ne so a na asori ho no ehia esi kwasi adabia ye 1 pm to 4:30 ni apon every Tuesday redemption hour no mpaibo kese mpaibo a ojaso kwasi adade more teachings food for the soul and the spirit service. But Tuesday obiya timi ba o ma sorry mpo wo Flames of Faith assembly utimi be bobi enti ebena da bia numre nonson opo adwuma yenidi tutumirika oba refreshment ho ebena da numre bia bra ne beje waware beje won krata beje wadwuma beje nkunimudie bra ne beje wayaresa bra na bejo ayaresa enra samote obi wo cancer sha de awurade nam prophet Greg Ngosra eso ye wo kromi han wo ho de awurade nam ne Ngosra eso ye obi so yare every week bia how much I was spending ko Ghana ko to aduro de ba okọ ekoto aduro de ba sorry wakawate ebenada obi etimi bebobi wo ma sorry wo Flames of Faith Assembly grana obetumi aba bebo mpaye ni bi ebenada enumere bia obi etimi bebobi wo ba na do prayer request aba na ye nyina ya bomasuofo awurade empaye gidigidi mpaye wo hyew so wo bebo mpaye wo wie otimi se me ho atome etimi pacho ebenada numere bia e wo the same place what south what north what east what west am pacho bara enko for drive for 3 hours 5 hours 6 hours eba obana person who prophet Greg abehu no ye be ya sorry a me pacho onye counseling before a sorry no abeka se so for me no be di nkomo na wabe odi abehye me nkom da bi bra me momuni anya sorry ye wie na person hu na enipem ho abetimi ehunu enti enie every Thursday bia ye redemption hour ewo Abna's campaign the same platform prophet Greg eneme eneye ye start ya ye sorry awurade page awurade mo amoba mo pese mo beba so mo twen prophet no abehye mo nkom da bio aha prophet Greg ono se ne ni ministry tie no enye nipa eye nyame enti wo pesa wo connect to the word of God for sure wa adwene mu se nyame na wo hwehwe no enye wo no ono de wo sabi oye tontrawa nyame Ngosra ne bia so ne so eno ena wo no nyame asoma no se wo benam ne so no age akra no age wo enti mo ya na mo ahema adwene mu se o prophet Greg ba bra ne be pagya awurade me da wase ade achibiom awurade me da wase ayeye nka wudi awurade me da wase be pagya awurade kese enti akira Thursday bia eya no pa 10:30 na ye de dwumadi no ahyehye so awurade won hyira mo awurade nya mo kese ekina nyame ya adoma enti kina no pa ye be hia mu ansa na hia 10:30 ye be ye morning devotion no anopa bia ye 5 to 6 1 hour prayer baton ye morning devotion no edi eda so ye day break me through enti wonam baby a trotro to WhatsApp baby a fa flyer net to ho day break me through when shira me awurade me ma wonko awurade shira mo awurade nya mo kese wa wo busa prophet Greg number me pacho DM me wate wo DM me a me de besendo ma mo pe English test mass and English no ene security badge ne hwan no de keka ho no me pacho mo nyina mo test me de be ma mo awurade shira mo awurade nya mo kese me da mase me da mo nyina amase ma mo ba mo che mo gift awurade shira mo se Facebook so mo de eya beto so omo se stars mo ba stars no I don't know how to operate minimum se no so te se TikTok gift ne dia I don't know enti no wo baso a mo stars no inflow ye o de o chema dia na me so ma dawase na ma acknowledge you enti wo baso a na won so to support it out here na ama no aye lovely everybody unshira onyamo kese medamase akwasi wanya testimonies na nka betimi abobi edi amame momo ya santoa program no.
From next year, 2 million immigrants could automatically claim British citizenship. 2 million people. That's nearly twice the population of Birmingham. That's massive. We've introduced a deportation bill because we're committed to bringing immigration down. Back in February, we demanded Labour triple the time for new immigrants to get a British passport. They voted it down. And now they've brought in some half-assed version that's not going to work. Here's what will work. Deport all foreign criminals. Mandatory age checks. No more pretending to be kids. Tougher visa rules and salary thresholds. Disapply the Human Rights Act to immigration cases. No more abusing human rights laws to dodge deportations. Make asylum support repayable. And no permanent right to stay in the UK if you've relied on benefits. Until that's law, we won't fix this. Labour should adopt it now. It's time to get tough. That's what the Conservatives' deportation bill delivers. And we're going to go further. Our country is a home, not a hotel. And if we don't defend it, no one else will. From next year, 2 million immigrants could automatically claim British citizenship. 2 million people. That's nearly twice the population of Birmingham. That's massive. We've introduced a deportation bill because we're committed to bringing immigration down. Back in February, we demanded Labour triple the time for new immigrants to get a British passport. They voted it down. And now they've brought in some half-assed version that's not going to work. Here's what will work. Deport all foreign criminals. Mandatory age checks. No more pretending to be kids. Tougher visa rules and salary thresholds. Disapply the Human Rights Act to immigration cases. No more abusing human rights laws to dodge deportations. Make asylum support repayable. And no permanent right to stay in the UK if you've relied on benefits. Until that's law, we won't fix this. Labour should adopt it now. It's time to get tough. That's what the Conservatives' deportation bill delivers. And we're going to go further. Our country is a home, not a hotel. And if we don't defend it, no one else will. From next year, 2 million immigrants could automatically claim British citizenship. 2 million people. That's nearly twice the population of Birmingham. That's massive. We've introduced a deportation bill because we're committed to bringing immigration down. Back in February, we demanded Labour triple the time for new immigrants to get a British passport. They voted it down. And now they've brought in some half-assed version that's not going to work. Here's what will work. Deport all foreign criminals. Mandatory age checks. No more pretending to be kids. Tougher visa rules and salary thresholds. Disapply the Human Rights Act to immigration cases. No more abusing human rights laws to dodge deportations. Make asylum support repayable. And no permanent right to stay in the UK if you've relied on benefits. Until that's law, we won't fix this. Labour should adopt it now. It's time to get tough. That's what the Conservatives' deportation bill delivers. And we're going to go further. Our country is a home, not a hotel. And if we don't defend it, no one else will. From next year, 2 million immigrants could automatically claim British citizenship. 2 million people. That's nearly twice the population of Birmingham. That's massive. We've introduced a deportation bill because we're committed to bringing immigration down. Back in February, we demanded Labour triple the time for new immigrants to get a British passport. They voted it down. And now they've brought in some half-assed version that's not going to work. Here's what will work. Deport all foreign criminals. Mandatory age checks. No more pretending to be kids. Tougher visa rules and salary thresholds. Disapply the Human Rights Act to immigration cases. No more abusing human rights laws to dodge deportations. Make asylum support repayable. And no permanent right to stay in the UK if you've relied on benefits. Until that's law, we won't fix this. Labour should adopt it now. It's time to get tough. That's what the Conservatives' deportation bill delivers. And we're going to go further. Our country is a home, not a hotel. And if we don't defend it, no one else will.